All right, so basically you can see the grade going ahead in front of us. So this is the main grade. And then basically what we have here is we have several sidings or several spurs. You can actually see some ties still in the grade. So this siding was established by the Great Lakes Paper Company, which is very, very well known in Thunder Bay. I remember them very well. In 1952, and the spur was in use by them from 1952 to 1981. It was originally a 33 car spur attached at the east and the west. Then it became a 96 car spur attached to the east and the west, and then an 82 car spur. There were multiple spurs here as well. And so after 1982, the spurs were renamed. The one spur became the Great Lakes Paper GR18. It was a 580 car spur attached at the east. Then there was the Great Lakes Paper GR19. And this one was attached at the east and the west, and it was a 1,380 foot spur. And then there was the Great Lakes Paper GR20, and that was a 1,380 car spur attached at the west side. And then that was that was it. That was the last time that these spurs were used. And then also so we are at approximately milepost 63.4, and that would have been 34.3 on the original lines. So at 64.3, 34.3, there was a flag stop on here. 64.3 being the original Grand Trunk Pacific mileage. There was a flag stop here from 1952 to 1976. So again, probably serving the spurs here and the logging operation that was happening. You can still see some vestiges here. You can actually see there's poles, and there's lights strung up on the poles. You can see what looks like some sort of load check area here for the chip trucks. Maybe if I go on this side, you can see them a little better. You won't see my shadow. So again, you can see there's a number of ties still in the ground here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Because they're still under here, and you can actually see them when this morning when the frost was out. You could actually still see them because you could see where the frost was. And then you can kind of see a couple of more over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to work our way to the end of kind of where the spurs came back in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the spurs in the area here. Not sure what the hell my dog's doing. Lena, what are you up to? Come here. Come on. Come on. You got enough trouble yesterday. Come on. This is a little bit more like it. So this is what the grade is like from here for the next forever. I've gone as far as Oscar Station, which is past Graham. Graham used to be called Knowlton originally. And so how much further is that? So we're at milepost, yeah, my freaking gears keep clicking here. We're at milepost, man, I think Oscar's passed, well, Graham on the original line was 99. And then Oscar's past that. So yeah, it's like this for the next at least 40 miles. I think it's like this all the way up to Corn. Just past Corn, there's a big washout, and basically the line is severed there. So you have to go the other direction to get up to you have to go the other direction to come down and get to Reba. Saw some bottoms of some telegraph poles through here. Just keeping my eye out so you can see them. Maybe they were easy to see this morning. We actually missed the telegraph pole. There was a telegraph pole right at the, there was a couple there. Okay, there's one. There was a couple right where we just came out, and actually one just at the intersection there. I guess I was too busy talking or looking around or whatever. Again, you can see the very extensive ditching on both sides of the grade. And again, you can see how here it's been transformed into a road, right? A very well-used road, right? Even some of the pieces to the east are not like this wide and this well used, right? Because you can literally drive, like I said, you can drive this all the way up to Graham and beyond. There's my truck. And you can see there's a culvert underneath this this section of the spur. So here's basically the spurs coming back in together. Okay, so what we didn't do is we didn't show you any of the information about the spur. So maybe what we'll do is we'll hold up here and we'll show you some maps and some timetables. I don't know, see, this weird thing is I don't think this shows up on the 1959 map, and I don't remember if I have it or not. But what's interesting is in the early 70s map, it looks incomplete. It's not complete, and then in the 79 map it looks different. You can see there's a whole bunch of piles of bones over there. Dog's gonna go check out. So then we're gonna go take a look at the rest of the spur here. Okay, so we're here on the most northern of the spurs in this area. Here you can see it's very, very grown in. Obviously hasn't been used for a very long time. It's actually very kind of even sort of swampy and like soft. So we'll take ourselves up to this road here. Oh wow, that wind is cold. We're going to continue on here in a second, but there was a second spur in between. You can actually see there's a concrete foundation here. So it must have been some sort of building here associated with the logging operation. So there's the railway grade, and this is this other section of the spur here. So there's this middle section, I'm guessing, right here. I don't know if I can... nope. Okay, let's go on this one a little bit, and then we'll hook back into the northern one, because this one's kind of overgrown and such. I'm gonna get my life sorted out here. Okay, so this is likely this middle, or sort of more southerly spur, or the middle line here. And then basically you have the one further to the north. Again, you can see them very, very clearly on the maps there that I showed you. Jesus, dog. I hate when she just stops in front of it because I can't stop on a dime here. So again, speaks to the fact that there was quite an extensive logging operation here to have all of these spurs, which obviously were used for loading the logs. So what we do nowadays, or now what they do nowadays, is they chip the logs on site and basically send everything chipped. Back during the time when this spur would have been in operation, they were still hauling the raw pulp logs. And so they would have thrown those logs directly up onto the train. So where I live in Thunder Bay is close to the last remaining paper mill in the city. We used to have a number of paper mills in Thunder Bay, and now there's one left. It speaks to the decline in the pulp and paper industry in the area. And so I can remember now, you can see the log trucks with the chips coming in, but back when I was younger, you'd see the piles and piles and piles of logs stacked up at the mill. So at the time, the mill belonged to the Great Lakes Forest Products. It changed names so many times. It was Great Lakes, and then it became in there it was Canadian Pacific Forest Products, and it was Abitibi. And then it was what were some of the other names that were in there? It was Resolute. Now it's Thunder Bay Paper or something or other like that. Oh man, there's so many name changes. So here you can see where we were before. You can see that transport. Basically you can see the grade here, and so we're going to ride out the grade in this direction here. Luna was a bad girl. She just rolled in something really smelly, and so I'm gonna have to clean her vest and clean her again when we get home. So excited about that. If I haven't, you can actually see it right on the top of her vest. You know, you gotta love them, but sometimes she's got to be tired too. Probably needs some water, which I will be giving to her momentarily when we finish up the hike here. So basically you can see here the spur is kind of curving back around, curving back down. The other piece that we were on is just right in through there, through the trees, kind of right where I've sort of parked my truck. It kind of comes out. So right in through there, I would have looped back into here and then rejoined the grade up here. Obviously some people have got some partridge here and there. Oh, a little cloud. It's supposed to be cloudy tomorrow. We're doing a hike tomorrow at Horn, and it's gonna be cloudy, which is what we need for that hike, because lots of rock cuts and stuff like that. There's a bed in there. I went and looked at that this morning. I'm like, what is that? Base of a telegraph pole. Okay, so basically we're coming out here onto the grade. Somebody got a moose here or something, and basically you can see what's left of it, scattered all over the place here. So okay, we're going to pause and then we're going to finish up the hike in a moment here. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed today's exploration. It was certainly a very frustrating one with the way things went, having to basically walk it. There was a few interesting things to take a look at. Obviously, the very dilapidated wood trestle, and then the concrete one was really neat to see. Obviously Linco Station, and then from here the grade continues on. You can see how straight it is. It basically straightens out here and runs dead straight for the longest stretch, probably a good 20 miles. It's pretty darn straight. The next station coming up is James, which is a bunch of miles ahead of us. So in any case, hopefully you enjoyed everything that we took a look at today. We will be back just as soon as we can with yet more explorations. We're going to be probably taking a look at this stretch next spring, so in the spring of 2025, hopefully. But in the meantime, thanks for tuning in, and take care.